You said yes when you meant no. You smiled when you felt empty inside. You shared what they'd like, not what you truly believed. It wasn't dramatic. No one called you out. No alarms went off. But something inside you shifted, felt heavier, less like you. That's what happens when you live out of alignment with your core values. That quiet betrayal, it wasn't of others, it was of yourself. Core values aren't slogans on a poster. They're not what you wish you believed, but what you can't betray without losing yourself. Think of them as your inner compass, not a map of where to go, but a steady signal of true north, even when the storm hits. You don't pick your core values like outfits, you discover them, in the moments you felt most proud or most ashamed, in what makes you cry, in what makes you walk away. If you'd refuse a fortune to lie, if you'd endure hardship to protect someone vulnerable, that's not just being nice. That's a core value in action, your character speaking louder than your circumstances. Unlike moods or trends, core values don't flicker. They're quiet, constant. They don't demand attention, but they define your direction, especially when no one's watching. Meet Alex. Not real, but familiar. A job offer lands, high salary, prestige, a dream on paper. But there's a catch. To succeed, they'd have to exaggerate, omit, even mislead. On the surface, just business, but inside, a quiet alarm. Because Alex's core value isn't success, it's integrity. So they sleep on it, tossing, not from doubt, but from clarity. Morning comes. They write one sentence: I can't build a life on ground that feels like quicksand. They decline the offer, not with anger, but with peace. No applause, no fanfare, just the quiet click of a life snapping back into alignment. That choice didn't just change a job, it reinforced a character, and over time, it shaped an entire life. Because your values don't just guide decisions, they become your decisions, and your decisions become your destiny. You don't need a retreat or a guru. You need quiet and honest questions. Grab a notebook, not for answers, but for echoes. Ask, what injustice makes my chest tighten? That's your value, wounded by the world. Ask, what would I do if no one judged me? Your answer isn't rebellion, it's truth. Look at your past, not for regrets, but for patterns of what you protected, even at a cost. Your values are already there, buried not in noise, but in your silence. Start small. Say no to one thing that betrays your truth. Say yes to one quiet act that honors it, even if no one sees. Integrity isn't grand, it's daily. And every time you choose alignment over approval, you rebuild your inner compass. You're not finding values, you're returning to yourself. A life guided by core values isn't always easy, but it's never hollow. Because when your actions echo your deepest beliefs, you stop drifting. You stop just acting. And you start becoming the person your values have always called you to be. That's integrity, not perfection, but presence. Your values aren't just what you believe, they're who you become. Thank you if you reached this far. Please like and share the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe and hit the bell button to stay in touch. Thank you.